All right, what is up, Kansas fans, Big 12 fans, and anyone watching this video because you're just a huge fan of college football recruiting like myself? This is Joseph back with the Big 12 Football Digest, and today we are taking a look at Kansas's newest commit, Josh Galbreath. It should be a lot of fun, guys. We're going to dive into it. We're going to watch some film. We're going to check out his 24/7 profile. It'll be a ton of fun. Before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button. That's going to help get the video out to more Kansas fans, more Big 12 fans. Also, comment down below. As we break it down, let me know your thoughts. I call it all balls and strikes. If I think there's an area he could improve, I'll call it out. If I think there's an area he's doing super well, I'll call it out, right? So don't be offended if I am a little critical, but also, I want to hear what you guys are thinking, good and bad. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We put out a ton of football, Big 12 related content. It's all football related Big 12 content and college football related content, especially if you're into recruiting. There's tons of videos on that. Also, the show is a part of the 1012 network. You can see here the gear. The 1012 network is sponsored by Charlie Hustle. This is the Charlie Hustle gear. Use code 1012 network. That's TEN12 network at charliehustle.com to get 15% off any non-sale items at checkout. Definitely check them out. Charlie Hustle, vintage made fresh, great quality stuff, and they have items and clothing for all the Big 12 teams. So definitely check them out. And let's go ahead and dive in and check out Josh Galbreath. Okay, guys, take a look at him here. You can see a big kid, 6'3", 195 pounds, and he's an 88 rated 3-star according to 24/7 Sports. And just to give you guys a little context, 88 is very close to a 4-star, not inches away, but pretty damn close. Like he's definitely a very high-end 3-star player. So that's a good pickup for Kansas. Weird that he's so highly rated on 24/7 Sports and not available on the composite. That's unique. And just to give some more context about how valuable of a player he is, you can see the offer list here. Now, this is only a bunch of really good schools. I'm guessing other lower end schools have offered him and he just hasn't made it public. But you can see Kansas, Illinois, Iowa State, Kansas State, Michigan, Nebraska, Ole Miss, Wisconsin. Really good offer sheet here. I was able to speak to him as well on Twitter, and you can see here he's listed as an athlete. I did confirm with him that he will be playing linebacker, or at least that is the plan, is that he'll be playing linebacker in college, guys. And without waiting any longer, let's go ahead and dive in and watch the film, check out the highlights, and give some critiques. Let's check it out. Okay, guys, and we are about to watch the film. You can see 6'3", 200 pounds listed on his profile. And I think what's really exciting, guys, for a linebacker with his size profile, 6'3", 200, a 4'4", 40. He's blazing fast and extremely athletic. Just to share with you guys before we watch the film some of the stats from the past 2 years, he's the class of 2026, so he just finished his junior year, which means he'll be coming in next year, right? So the class of 2026, he was on varsity junior and sophomore year getting in there. In 9 games played his junior year, he was able to amass 85 total tackles, 15.5 TFLs. So in 19 games, he's getting like something in the area of 1.5, a little over 1.5 tackles for loss per game. Also 6.5 sacks and 2 hurries during his senior or his junior year. His sophomore year, he played in 10 games, 61 tackles, 13 TFLs. So I'd say I'm expecting, as we watch the film here, a guy that should be pretty impressive in the run stop game, as well as a very athletic player that could develop into a great pass rusher. Let's go ahead and check him out. Flying in back there. Boom. Let's watch that one more time. You can see the athleticism here, guys. He's just flying back there. Check him out there, top of the screen, edge rusher, come rushing against the tackle. Oh, I like that bend there, guys. So important for an edge rusher. Look how he ducks under the tackle's arm and just leans into him and gets back there. Really nice play. It's funny, he's kind of the one that makes the sack, even though his buddy next to him was the one that got the free release. All right, coming off the edge. Oh, bro, look at this. Look at the physicality here. And this is for a guy that's 6'3", 200 pounds, runs a 4.4. Boom, throws that dude back in a nasty tackle. He looks big. I'm not sure exactly what the competition is that he's playing against, but he looks very big. Okay, coming off the edge here. Boom. Okay, outside contain. Oh, I really like this one, guys. Really like this. So, one thing that's not spoken about a lot by people watching highlights, at least, is when you're an edge rusher, the name edge rusher means in itself that you're going to contain the edge. So, check him out here. He gets in there and starts the pass rush, but doesn't let this quarterback get outside of him. Watch him, stays disciplined, keeps the outside, holds the edge, and makes the sack. Very clean play. Very clean play there. All right, coming off the edge here. Boom, makes the sack. You love it. He looks like he's very tough to block, and a lot of that's because of his speed, agility profile here. I mean, it was like a pulling guard or something there. He couldn't even get his hands on him. All right, again off the edge. Comes flying in. Okay, I'd say this a small critique. Great job finishing the play, making the tackle, but you can see he commits hard inside here and almost loses the play. Right? It's almost the last play. Look how close this is to the quarterback getting outside and making a big play out of this. But really good tackle and a super fast pass rush, dominant player. Again, dominant pass rush. I think we get an idea of what we're getting here. I'll go ahead and end the film there, but very exciting prospect for Kansas. In a second here, I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts. Before I get into my final thoughts, I'd appreciate it, guys, if you've made it this far in the video. Please make sure you smash that like button and comment down below. What do you guys think of Josh? I think there's a lot of good here and a very exciting player for Kansas. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already, and hit the like button. So, talking about Josh Galbreath, final thoughts. So I think what you're getting here is a guy that brings a ton of talent, right? I think you saw a lot of discipline and a lot of dominating athleticism. Now, I think there was, in my eyes, it didn't look always like the competition he was going against was crazy good. Just being honest about that. I'm not that familiar with Kansas football conferences for high school, but it did look like maybe it was a little lower end competition at times. But I thought he looked really dominant. Again, that size, athleticism profile he's got, 6'3". I mean, if he can get up to that 225 range by the time he gets to college and still keep up that level of athleticism, he will easily fill in as a third down pass rusher right away and possibly could steal more reps. That very impressive film. Pretty disciplined most of the time. Like I said, there was a play or two there where you felt like he overcommitted inside, but overall, really impressive profile. A guy that is going to make a living rushing the passer, at least early on in his career with that athleticism. And that's, in the NFL, I'm guessing he wants to make it to the NFL, that's where you make the money as an edge rusher. The other stuff's all good, but the other stuff's expected to get done, right? We expect you to be good at stopping the run. And, but where the money's made is sacks, pressures, and tackles for loss. He has a lot of tackles for loss and a lot of sacks on that film. So I'm excited to see what he does his senior year. If I was him, I'd be really shooting to just get that size up, really just dominate everyone in front of me. Again, a super athletic guy. I'm sure a lot of the tape he has is teams game planning around him. I mean, I can only imagine being an offensive coordinator in high school and game planning for an edge rusher that's 6'3", 200 pounds and runs a 4.4. Just a nightmare, right? So really impressive player, guys. If you're a Kansas fan, you got a good one here. Like I said, guys, like the video, comment down below, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm out of here. Go Big 12.